You are meant to experience more wealth now. We all are. That's as we move into becoming who we're meant to be in this world, moving into our authentic self. But we're also living at a really transformative time in our world and in your life. And so you might have had a little bit of difficulty with that. And that is also self-acceptance. Everything is that. But we do it in different ways, but it's always in consciousness. Now, I've done something really different and something that many people, no one has ever seen, and that is I downloaded a program which I've called, what many of you know, your last development program. That's what it's called. It came from a philosophy. And I told the whole story. I put out was an interview that came out yesterday where I told the story a few months ago, and all of a sudden that video's just taken off because people are listening to it and they're beginning to understand it. And I had forgotten what I had said in the interview, but now you'll understand a lot more. I was given information precognitively about what this period was. It's also what caused me to heal. I know that it can do the same for any other person as well if they were to use this work. And but a lot of people aren't, which is why we're seeing a collective consciousness of people who don't know who they are. And in that video interview, I said that when I first started doing live channeling, which I wasn't going to do, the reason Wilhelm told me that I needed to do it is because you're going to see billions of people who will not know who they are. And I was given that information. Now, that was challenging for folks to accept, even for me. And when I put out my program, people were thinking, well, we don't know if it's enough money, it's too much money, we don't know. But I decided to do something else, which I talked about yesterday. I'm going to prove it to you. I said I'm going to take like 24 people. We'll see how many will do it because I have something that anyone can afford, and you're going to prove to the world that you can become happy, prosperous, successful, and you're going to prove that this work that we received from Wilhelm will cause that to happen, not only for you, but for our world. Because, see, even in this video you'll hear, because that's what I'm putting out, there was a video that was done on July the 2nd of 2022 where they said Roger knew that he had something that could change the world. And I do. I know that because it changes you. It's all of us that can do it. But we have this cognitive dissonance where we think that's not possible. When I would say that to people, you say, well, you can't change the world. I go, well, eventually you can if you have enough people who remember who they are, who live lives that are abundant when they move through all their generational trauma, when we stop hating ourselves and others, when we can move to that place, then we change the world. This work will do it. And the result of it has been me. At 74, it's healed my life in every single way. So I know that it will work for you. And I have been through everything you have. I've been through every darkness. I've been through every difficulty, every challenge, all of that. So I know what you can achieve. But I also see people, and I said this last night, they're scrolling around, reading things, and thinking that's going to change. It doesn't. You have to work with yourself. The reason this program works is that you're doing work on your consciousness, on your mindset, which is why I said this is the most powerful mindset course that anyone could possibly own, because it's connected to universal consciousness. That means it works for every single person. And then we're never done with that. We're always evolving as long as we are alive. And so those people who decide that they're going to evolve and help create a better world, we can do that. The conditions that we're seeing, especially in the United States, are not accidental. And when you listen to that channeling session, you will hear Wilhelm told us exactly what we would be experiencing in the United States and really at this time. And you'll wonder, well, how could that have happened 3 years ago? It did. It's in the video and you'll hear it. But I'm telling you, I want you, when you go to the website, you'll see that you'll have this discount. It's going to, I mean, $250. If you can't afford that to change your life, then you don't want to have the life that you want. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go there and you're going to use the code you're going to use the code possible. That's what you're going to use because that's also the title of the message on the July 2nd messages I'm putting up, where Wilhelm said, we told you it was possible. That means that it's possible for you to live the life you're supposed to have, to become everything you knew you were meant to be in this world, and that we could create the world that we want to have. It only takes that shift in your perception and your mindset. And that's why I said this is the best mindset course anyone could possibly have. This is also why I guarantee the results because I know they work. Thank you for being here. Please share this with others, and we'll see how many people are going to take advantage of this and decide to live their great life. See you soon.